What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about all the new Black Ops 6 multiplayer gameplay features, showcasing some early gameplay, and probably discussing why Black Ops 6 might be one of the best Call of Duty titles in recent years. And this could be the game that saves Call of Duty. Now, I know there's like that whole hype train where every year it's the same exact thing, but this time I'm going to show you guys all the different features and you make that decision for yourself. If you find the video helpful or informative at any point, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. A reminder, I did post a video for Black Ops 6 yesterday going over and detailing every single weapon that has been revealed. We have well over 50 brand new weapons. So if you want to know more about that, check it out after this video. But let's go ahead, let's get into it. So the very first feature that we have here with this game is the returning one. So we got the opening and closing of doors, which really isn't too classic. That's why I'm trying to get this one out of the way. Not many people are excited about this feature, but it was confirmed during the direct. You're able to shoot open doors, you're able to breach through them, as well as open them as you usually would. The water mechanic, that's also returning. It doesn't look like any of these features plan on going away. It's sort of like an upgrade that Call of Duty has done with their brand new engines, and it's just something that I guess they just don't want to remove. But these are just the not as exciting features that I want to get out of the way. The next ones that we have is, first off, let's talk about the new menu and the UI that we have. So there was this photo that was leaked from the direct. There was a dev working on it, and you can see that there is the menu that was shown. It's a little bit blurry, but you can make out quite a couple of things. The first one is you can see that Nuketown, one of the most popular maps in Black Ops history, is actually going to be returning to this game, and this was actually confirmed by devs that this will be a brand new strike map that will be available at launch. And I'll make a separate video talking about all the maps that we know of so far, but they did indeed confirm that Nuketown is one of the maps. You can also see in the mode it says domination, so the standard types of modes like TDM, domination, hardpoint, all these are going to be coming back. They're not really going to be changing it all too much. For those of you guys who like classic Call of Duty, this one is basically meant for you. And then the second thing that you also will notice, the UI and the pregame lobby looks completely different than what we have right now with MW2 and MW3. Rather than that little bottom horizontal mode thing that we have, they're doing a vertical type of style. You can see the daily challenges on the top left. I can't exactly make out what it's saying and what the challenges are, because that would have confirmed a couple of weapons and some other items for us. But in return, you will end up gaining some XP for it. Pretty new and standard stuff, nothing to get too excited over. You can also see that the operators in the front and center, these are the operators that I guess they're showcasing. Usually in the pregame lobby, you'll see multiple different operators. In this case, these are the three ones. You're going to be the main one standing at the center. You have the others in the background. Showcases the level, the player name, the clan tag, and all that good stuff. Then you also have their names, the parties that are available, the whole entire lobby and their names on the right hand side. And then in the bottom, you see like this typical stuff. You can navigate the double XP tokens. It says they got double XP live. And then at the top, you see the rest of the menus, which you got play, you got weapons, the operators, the battle pass, customize, as well as store. And then the right side looks exactly like the current MW2 and MW3 that we have, where you're able to go into the different settings, the notifications, your level, your friends list right there. Apparently, devs have also confirmed that it's a lot easier to navigate through this UI, join friends and join their session, invite other people, and just go through the menu in a much timely manner. Save yourself some time. I've seen videos where there's actual tutorial guides on how to navigate through the UI of MW2 and MW3, which is actually insane. I went ahead and got this concept made, just an HD version of what this menu would look like, because this is the best quality that we're able to get. So you can see that it's the same exact way, the same navigation, and this is what the menu or pregame lobby for Black Ops 6 will look like. What are your thoughts and opinions on that? One thing that they don't show in this menu, but is actually also confirmed as well, is it looks like map voting is coming back to Black Ops 6 as well. So usually a couple seconds before the map was picked, which in this case says the match is about to begin, it's Nuketown and domination. Before that, you're able to vote, and it looks like in the top left hand side you're able to pick which map, and I see 3 different slots. So maybe it's the 2 maps that you have the options to pick, and if you don't like either of them, you can click on a random one, and that will be the 3rd option. But it showcases it right here. It's a little too blurry to see, but it looks like he's also on the same menu, has that same exact, I guess they're using a black background here. Maybe when the map is picked, then it'll change it to the background of whatever map, and in our case it was Nuketown, so you see a little bit of Nuketown in the background. But since we're talking about UI and customizations they've done, there's also a big update to the HUD. So once you're in the game, where you got the mini map, the stats, the weapons, the ammunition, your score streaks, all the stuff that appear on that page have been confirmed to be fully customizable. You can place them in any way that you want. Usually with past Call of Duty titles, it's simple type of settings where you can either just have a circle mini map or a square mini map. You can change the size, but that's pretty much it. You can't put the placement, you can't adjust, you can't remove it completely if you want. Now in Black Ops 6, you can customize customize it in any way you see fit. If you want to throw everything in the center of the screen, you could do that. You want to put everything in the bottom, you could do that. If you want to remove everything, you can also do that. So it's now completely up to the player and the type of settings that they want, and they've just done a full overhaul for that. And I think that's probably one of the best features that they're introducing. Anyways, let's talk about the actual gameplay itself and the new features in that. So the first thing is there is now a new set of movement updates. First off, we have the omnidirectional movement, which basically lets you run, sprint, and jog in any single direction that you want. You can go forward, you can sprint to the right, you can sprint to the left, you can also sprint backwards. Same thing with diving and sliding. You'll be able to slide in any single direction that you want. I feel like the simplest way to explain this is looking at X-Defiant. Right now with X-Defiant, you can actually sprint to the right and to the left. It's more of a limited version of what they're going to introduce in Black Ops 6, but I went ahead and got some gameplay just to showcase what that will sort of look like in game. This will definitely cause different metas to arrive, different play styles, and will give you a different feel when it comes to Call of Duty. Depending on player feedback, this could be a feature that they will introduce in the next Call of Duty titles going forward, or people not fans of it, they'll have the opportunity to turn it off. The only thing that worries me about this feature is the fact that controller drift might be a very big problem. If you notice here on X-Defiant, I'm standing still, I'm not using the controller, not even touching it, and this is a pretty brand new controller, and I'm drifting off to the right hand side, to the bottom, backwards, and that will sort of happen with this new omnidirectional feature, especially if you have an older controller. And the fact is, it's probably going to require you to mess with your dead zones a lot more, maybe lower the sensitivity a lot more, and that may end up adjusting and impacting your gameplay negatively. So I wonder how they're going to sort of sort that and fix it. That's just one of the minor worries that I'm worried about with this. But then the next set of features, as we talked about, is intelligent movement. There are now new settings, which they also showcase the settings page. It has that orange and black theme for Black Ops. Doesn't look too much different from MW2 and MW3s, but one thing about this is the fact that there's no longer just controller aim assist, but there's also movement assist. So what this feature does, it's like an intelligence system that will know when you want to jump, when you want to slide, when you want to crouch, and you don't need to press a single button. So they showcase what it looks like off and all the buttons that you have to press, and then what it looks like on, and you don't press a single button. You literally just sprint and it does everything for you. So that way you can focus more on the gameplay itself and focus more on eliminating the players. And once again, this is a feature that you can turn on and off, so I don't think this will hurt anyone. If you don't like the feature, just simply turn it off. The next new feature that we have, I believe this may be the very first time Call of Duty has ever done this, and that is update the hitbox. Devs confirmed that they broke down Black Ops 6 all the way down to the nitty-gritty details, and they tried to piece together everything that has been popular from past Call of Duty titles and past classic games, and also improve and implement some new changes to them. And that's what they ended up doing here, at least with the hitboxes. There's 9 brand new hitboxes that they actually showcase. Every single one of them will probably deal a certain amount of damage. The headshot obviously will do the most. Then you got the torso, the arms, the legs, and not only will it be a little bit more detailed with the damage that you do and the eliminations you get, but there's also animations that will happen when you eliminate them. So the death effects are going to be completely different depending on where you hit them. If you last hit them in the shoulder, they'll fall back from that shoulder. You can see that with different explosives, different weapons that they just try out and showcase these different features. So this is like not only a fidelity update, but at the same time, this can also improve the hit registration. So now you'll know for sure if you hit that headshot or if you hit them on the right shoulder, and you'll know a little bit more about that. Another brand new gameplay feature is corner slicing, and what that is it's an automatic feature that all you have to do is pretty much be around the corner. While you are turning, it will automatically adjust and align your scope for you to better spot an enemy before they see you. There's always that thing with Call of Duty where, like, if someone turns a corner, they'll usually see you before you see them because your gun is sticking out or whatever it is, and then you end up getting eliminated, and that causes a lot of frustration. In this case, the corner slicing feature will make it so that way you'll actually be able to see the player before they end up seeing your gun or your head and eliminating you. It also looks pretty smooth from the gameplay that they ended up showcasing here. I don't think this is one of the features though that you can turn on and off. It'll just be an automatic new feature that you'll have to get used to. But the next thing that we have after that, this one will be for the gun leveling and the progression. So they've already confirmed to us that attachments are not going to be shared, meaning that if you level up the XM4, you'll have to level up a different AR and re-unlock the same exact attachments no matter what level. So it's not like MW2 and MW3. Or if you say, for example, unlock the DR6 hand stop underbarrel, you'll have that on every single weapon. In this case, you'll have to re-unlock that same exact attachment for every single weapon that is able to use it. So it doesn't have that. That sort of could get annoying, especially with the fact that a lot of these types of games will require super high levels like level 40, level 50 to max out a gun and complete everything, and you'll need to restart every single time, and the gun will usually be trash those first couple levels up until you start getting the decent attachments. Now they said they are going to be sharing the optics and they're going to be integrating it in a way that it's not as difficult. They're going to be mixing it up and giving us the best of both worlds between the newer gen Call of Duties versus the old gen. They want to keep it with that same classic feel, but at the same time they want you to feel like you're playing a brand new game that you're going to enjoy. So we'll figure out exactly what they're talking about once they give us a little bit more announcements on that, but that is also a new or returning feature that we're going to have here in Black Ops 6. Speaking of leveling up, there's also going to be the classic prestige system returning. Very similar to old Call of Duty titles, the prestige is going to be available on day one. You'll be able to go all the way up until master prestige level 1000. You don't need to wait for season 2 or season 3 or any of those seasonal updates to be able to, I guess, wait for people to catch up. That's not the case anymore. You'll be able to level up as soon as the game officially launches, which is something that I think we've been asking for a couple years now, but they just never ended up doing. But in terms of the prestige system, it starts off with the first prestige, level 55, then you will enter prestige. Once you do, you'll go back to level 1, but now you'll be prestige number 2. You'll have to re-unlock weapons and attachments and all that stuff, so you don't get to keep all that, and then you'll have to work your way up once again to level 55, and then repeat the process and keep going as you work your way through prestiges. So that's just like a quick explanation if you don't know how that works. Right now, I'm just trying to go through all these different features because there's so many of them, but I will have dedicated videos on the more important ones where I'll explain everything for you guys in full detail. So if there's any topic in here you want more details on, comment it down below. But the next thing that we have is it looks like weapon inspect animations are back and they've upgraded the quality a lot. Apparently now the inspect animation will also have to do with your soldier, and depending on how much damage they've taken, depending on the weather conditions, depending on the area that they're at. So for example, like dirt on their nails, grease, oil, all that will start being implemented and added within the weapon inspect animation. That's something that they talked about. In terms of the graphics that they've updated, and they showed a couple of inspects, I believe 2 to 3 different weapons. This is a returning feature that they've confirmed within the direct itself. Here's a leak that apparently was found in the files. Apparently Black Ops 6 will have first person emotes that are going to be returning. We've seen this with past Call of Duty titles. Just here's a couple examples of what that looks like. It looks like that's also going to be coming back in Black Ops 6. Once again, something that a lot of people were fans of. It looks like they may end up bringing that back. But going on to the next couple of things that we have, theater mode is also going to be making a return. They didn't really talk about it too much in the direct, maybe for like 2 seconds. All they said was theater mode is going to be returning and then showed this like 2-second long clip. We don't know exactly what type of features are going to be introduced in that. I remember theater mode in like Black Ops 2 was super detailed. You were able to replay the clips, check out the different players, where they were at, record and save them within the Black Ops 2 game, so that way if you wanted to come back later and get the clip, you were able to do that. There's also the free fly mode. I remember editors would use that to get cinematics and edits and things like that people were able to do. I'm guessing just because the development amount of years that they've had, it's probably going to be super detailed as well. Anyways, these are the majority of features that are going to be introduced in Black Ops 6's multiplayer. There's going to be definitely a couple more surprises, some more bigger and hype things that they're going to announce and let us know along the way. There's probably a couple things that I also missed out. If there's anything I missed out, comment it down below and let us know. Also, if there's anything in here that you guys want me to talk about a little bit more, comment it below. But that's all that I got for you guys in this video. I hope you guys are excited for Black Ops 6 as I am. But it's been your boy Tridzo, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys again. Peace.